And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan. Alongside tonight, Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. With Allie LaForge reporting from the sideline. Now, Golden State's starting five. Harden out there with Stephen Curry. And there's Porzingis. Then it's Bol. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. People have said, Greg, he is a system unto himself. In fact, he said it about himself. James Harden's ability, GA, to break down defenses remains in rarefied air.
And even as he's lost a step now, his supreme skill level ensures he remains a threat on a nightly basis. Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And he never stops working. Murray keeps the feet moving and just never out of control. Great play there inside.
Trains the three-pointer.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Westbrook, no good. Golden State's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first.
Well, this offense is off to an outstanding start. They're communicating, executing, and finding great shots.
Now here's DeRozan. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
Always blessed with a great shot selection. DeRozan really good at taking what he sees out there on the floor.
Curry way outside, and the Warriors another 3.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Here's Curry with the 3. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
The 3. And Zach LaVine hits from deep. LaVine's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for Sacramento.
Well, it takes confidence to answer back like that. Something LaVine is clearly not lacking.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Outside, LaVine. And LaVine with the slam.
Well, that's the multi-time dunk contest champ, Zach LaVine, reminding us of what he can do.
Just a terrific perspective of that dunk from the Connected Cam, brought to you by AT&T. Yeah, just a few games in the book thus far. So, Greg, what are you looking for at this stage of the season?
Well, I like to see which teams get off to a hot start and who's struggling out of the gate. What can those teams do to improve?
And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForge on the sideline.
Thanks a lot, guys. The Warriors at last season's trade deadline swinging the deal for Jimmy Butler. Stephen Curry said him signing an extension is big. He's committed for this run. It creates expectations, which I love. We all thrive off of that energy and that kind of environment. We are up for the challenge. Kevin?
They're clearly all in. Allie, we thank you very much. And here's DeRozan. After the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. It's good.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Golden State. A fantastic stretch this group has strung together. 8 wins and counting.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
You can't miss those, but even the best do on occasion.
And another 3 for Golden State.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now, here's Melton. He has yet to score. Here's DeRozan. Here's Achua. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
And the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Connects from three-point range.
And the defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple. A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 27 points.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. DeRozan's shot is off.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
And give it up for Steph Curry. This guy seemingly never has an off night. One of the all-time greats.
DeRozan, that's good.
And both teams here in a nice rhythm offensively, and that really says as much about the lack of D as it does either goal.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got... And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And something else they've done well tonight is finding points in transition. So far, the fast break has been a plus for them.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jordan Poole is out there with Horford. And there's D'Angelo Russell. Then there's Brandon Podziemski. And it's Porzingis in at the center filling out the middle.
Wow, the effortless way that Levine can let it fly from deep. Incredible range.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And when you look at Jordan Poole's game, GA, what makes him special?
I think it's his creativity and elusiveness. Able to get in his bag, if you will, and play with it and create his shot more or less at will.
Butler, he's checked in for the Warriors. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now, here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They tell a great story. You look at Sacramento, they've achieved some upward momentum, climbing to the 5th spot on the board.
And I think for Golden State, they've got to be disappointed with their play. They just look disjointed, and their losing streak continues to grow as a result.
Warriors leading by 18. Pass to Podziemski. From past the arc. The second chance effort. Podziemski on the wing. The three. Good on the triple. Podziemski's got 6 here in this quarter.
How about the last 5 made shots have all been free? The defense is just giving up a drive.
DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for the Kings. Melton passes to Achua. The 11-footer. Again, the miss by the Kings. Golden State's gotten out from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. And that one's good by Butler.
Yeah, Butler with the quick trigger there off the catch. Nicely done.
Al Horford with the rebound.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunities.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Melton passes to Achua. The dunk by Achua.
I love the way he went with the bounce pass there. Great awareness.
Horford kicks to Porzingis. For 3. And the Warriors, another 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Here's Melton, and it's sent back by Horford.
The veteran defensive instincts of Horford. He knew that shot was coming and gets there for the block.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
Hunter, no good. Warriors have gone 8 of 9 in the second quarter. Very nearly perfect from the field. Buries it from three-point range.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Shots good by Achua.
Just a positive force right now for these guys, and though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Well, when you have a guy scoring like he is, you redraw every play to be about getting him the ball.
And great offensive firepower for the Kings. But you know what, Stan? They know they got to defend.
Well, their head coach, Doug Christie, made his bones at that end. But it's on these players to execute, and that'll be the challenge.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Poole.
And watch out, you don't bring the whole basket down on top of you, young fella.
I don't think he ever wanted to let go of the rim. To the middle, here's Horford, and a dunk by Horford.
Horford really looking like an ageless wonder throwing it down.
The Kings have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And that one drops. Achua's got 14.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Curry outside, sinks the three-pointer.
He's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Pass to Achua. Curry with the steal. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From downtown, and the Warriors, another 3.
And guys, he's been a one-man air raid coming at them time and time again.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Floats it up for Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. On its way from DeRozan for 2. Sacramento again missing. And so it's the Golden State Warriors able to put on a show for the ages. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket.
And taking a look at Sacramento. I love a new season, new faces, new places. You get to watch the rookies develop. Nothing better.
Yeah, it's great to be. And now revisiting that first half for Steph Curry, he was lights out.
Well, Steph.
That is more than enough of us.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
In the front court, the forwards will be DeRozan and Murray. Zach LaVine is out there with Russell Westbrook. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Harden, that's good. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered in the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor. They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Sacramento's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. About 1 minute played here in the second half. And here's Westbrook from the arc. And the Kings another 3.
You can tell Westbrook was dead set on getting those points right back.
Ball dishes to Curry. Lets it go with the 3. And the Warriors another 3.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally insane.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape. But
Good. Another from 3.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Butler passes to Porzingis. There's the triple. And again for three.
And this parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
Oh, and that latest triple ties him for second for the most threes in a game. What a monster he's been from deep.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to
Connects again from distance.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Curry wide open. Good. Another from three.
Unbelievable. Gets the record with a beautiful three.
A new single-game record, GA, in a night that everyone will remember for the rest of their lives. And the Kings making a change here. Achua's checked in. Different look here for the Warriors. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Batum comes in for Bull. Poole's checked in for Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for James Harden. To the left wing. Fires the three. And that comes off the assist by Levine. Westbrook's got 21.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Curry can't get it to go.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves.
Beyond the arc. And again for three. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Achua kicks to Westbrook. And another three for Sacramento.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Over in the corner, Poole. And another three for Golden State.
Sneaking out to the corner. We don't normally see Poole there.
Lets the three fly. And it's Curry with the rebound. Back to Poole. There's the three. And another three for Golden State.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Westbrook fires away from outside. Levine kicks to Westbrook. Good, another from three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Curry. That's good.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Good on the bucket.
Well, you talk about a full 180. His play here in the second half has really come on. You can see his confidence building.
I mean, what can we say about Steph's jumper that hadn't already been said?
And that one's good. Westbrook's got 34.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him. Yeah, his athleticism more than makes up for his lack of size. Allows him to compete even against bigger guys.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. We come back right after this. Welcome back, everyone, as we continue on a record-setting night.
And a three-point barrage, the likes of which we've never seen. This man is etching his name.
Hi, everyone, and welcome. We've got, well, two of the best guards in the league going at it today, Graham. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Bull out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's James Harden. And it's Butler in at the 3 slot. Now here's Curry, coming off a solid outing against Sacramento. Fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. I caught up with the Nuggets head coach. He said, let's be honest, Jimmy Butler is one guy we have to be aware of at all times. When it comes to a player who's as versatile as he is, that means the D has to be versatile too. That means showing Butler various looks and various defenders. Back over to you, Brian.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Outstanding work from Porzingis that time, creatively sending that one home.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Hardaway, no good. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Murray against Curry. Cuts off the pass. And Denver pushing it up now. And Gordon with the big finish.
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game. Always looking to bring the thunder.
And when you have a multiple MVP like Nikola Jokic, there's pressure to put him in position to win it all, Clark.
Widely regarded as the best player on the planet, Jokic has the capacity to will them to victory single-handedly, but ideally, he shouldn't have to. He needs some additional reinforcement to complement his greatness.
Now here's Watson. 9 points in his last outing. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Well, I tell you what, passes like that from Murray will keep his teammates working hard to get open because they know he'll find it.
And here's Curry for 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
An outstanding first quarter from the field. You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Watson passes to Jokic. 3-pointer off the mark.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
And here's Curry for 3. Knocks down the triple. Curry's got 12 points.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
The drive by Murray. Kicks it out to Hardaway. Lets it go from deep. And James Harden pulls it down. Here's the 3. And again, it's Curry with a 3. 15 points in the game.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well. You know, they're having free reign from beyond the arc. The defense is just not there.
And Denver making a change here. Brown's checked in. Al Horford's checked in for the Warriors. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter.
Brown can finish above the rim with no problem. Yes, indeed, he can bounce.
The 3 from Curry. And the Warriors with another 3.
Adjustment time for these guys. The defense has to make some adjustment here.
Murray from outside. Offensive board. Another shot. And the layup is good.
Love how creative Murray is with the ball. He's dribbling through defenders like he's out there by himself.
Maybe not the title you want, but Jamal Murray's probably the best player never named an All-Star.
Yeah, interesting. It's kind of like being the last player or the best player not to win a major in golf. I mean, he is a devastating, lethal scorer and a really good passer, too. And he's been right there on the cusp. I think it speaks more to the strength and quality of talent in the West than it does to Jamal Murray's lack of ability. I mean, he's an all-star caliber player for sure.
The Warriors lead by 16. Pass to Harden. Back to Curry. For 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
They've really built this lead on the back of their perimeter game.
And I like the strategy. It's a great strategy. Bury those threes early, and it'll open up the inside for them later on.
From behind the arc. Murray, no good.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Sinks the tray. Harden's got his second basket on the night.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Most teams get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out. He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
They've got the D reeling. A full three-point attack right off the tip.
When that happens, you simply just hope they start cooling off. He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
The three from Curry connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
For three, Gordon. Here's Brown. And the buzzer sounds to end the first, and we got a blowout underway here. Warriors ahead, running away with this one. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Warriors.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
Najee, he's checked in for Jones. Looney's checked in for the Warriors. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Cameron Johnson out there with Zeke Najee. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Looney, good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist. Looney's gotten his first basket of the night.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Here's Murray. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Brian, back to you.
They're good with him in the lineup. All right, Allie, thank you. The Nuggets making a switch here. Strawther's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Bol, he's checked in for Looney.
Well, it's so hard to stop Horford when he's that physical down low. Most defenders have a tough time dealing with him.
To the paint. Here's Valanciunas. Uses the glass on the layup.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Horford passes to Poole. The three. Sinks it from distance. Poole's got 6.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Fires from deep. Rebounded by Butler. Golden State has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Grant, I think it's safe to say Cam Johnson has really hit his stride lately.
Absolutely, B.A. He's seizing the opportunities he's been given, taking and making more shots, dropping more dimes. He's reaching another level of his game.
Valanciunas, good.
That pass delivered to where Valanciunas could get into his shooting rhythm right off the catch.
Poole from long range. And it's Denver with a rebound. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
What about their offense? It was a well-oiled machine, getting them high-quality looks time and time again.
Boy, it really showed the trust they have in one another. I love how they got after it, and you could feel that they were playing for each other.
And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Nikola Jokic is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Aaron Gordon comes in for Johnson. Watson, he's checked in for Strawther. And Tim Hardaway subbed in for Brown. James Harden, he's checked in for the Warriors. Stephen Curry comes in for Poole. And the Warriors making a change here. Poole's checked in. The Warriors have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 4 assists now tonight.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
Hardaway, no good. And here's Horford. He'll bring it up for Golden State. They've been playing excellent team basketball. 9 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat. Trying to match threes, sometimes you get too amped up, and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
On target from range.
He started out hot from distance, and that has continued.
Murray against Poole, looking to win the run. A nice shot by Watson. Watson's got his second bucket on the night.
And their offense seems to be coming around. Now they're shooting upwards of 50% from the field.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
Now here's Murray. His last outing, he had 24 points. Ooh, rejected by Horford.
Horford doing a nice job that time using his length to get that shot blocked.
And they keep on figuring out ways to force the Rockets side and convert.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
Brown's checked in for Murray. Porzingis is checked in for the Warriors. Jimmy Butler comes in for Poole.
Boy, how consistently good Steph's been over the course of his career. Really remarkable. What a teammate, what a leader, what a player.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Jordan Poole, he's checked in for the Warriors. Now here's Watson. He's got 5. Cole grabs the board. Cole's got 5 rebounds in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Curry finds Poole. The 3-ball. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 6 assists here tonight. Outside Hardaway. Shoots over Curry. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The 3 from Curry. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good.
It just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter.
Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Warriors ahead, delivering the blowout. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Good evening, everybody. Can you guess what we're starting the show with? Wow, you guys are good. Time for the power rankings. So do you guys agree with what we're seeing here?
Yeah, it's pretty good, but some teams are ranked way too low.
Like who? Who do you think should be higher, Shaq? Who?
And spoil the surprise when they make the finals? No way, I'm keeping it G14 classification.
So I guess that means we're going to have to wait and see. Thanks, fellas. And let's move on now to that first half. Obviously, a lot of work to do for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, they're going up against some good shooters.
And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
So on the floor for Golden State, we've got James Harden, Kristaps Porzingis out there with Bol. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Good! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. And with most NBA defenses bringing help from that weak side corner, that opens, and again for 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Nikola Jokic is a family man through and through. He said, quote, "Basketball is not the main thing in my life and probably never will be."
Good! That's another bucket!
An incredible performance tonight. He's at 50.
And tonight ties him for the 5th most 50-point games in NBA history. Murray, no good.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Uh-oh, now it looks like we've got an injury here, guys. We'll likely see him come out of the game.
Yeah, so tough. I mean, guys, I feel bad for him and the whole team. I hope it's not as bad as it looks.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this is why you build out your depth as best you can. I mean, you just never know when injuries might show up.
Pajimski's checked in for James. Good! Another from 3.
And with that make, he stands alone with the 2nd most triples in a game.
Well, you got to think that every time he releases the ball from deep, it's going in. He just keeps raining down the threes.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Murray for 3 hits the trifecta. Murray's got 13 now.
He can be dangerous from outside. Sure, he didn't get one to go in the first, but we know he can get on the roll.
Connects again from distance.
Oh, my. He is scorching hot. Another 3.
And he's approaching the franchise record for threes in a game.
First team foul.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Here's Murray and Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, protecting the rim. Porzingis, one of the best in the league at that.
And again for 3. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
The PA, he's on fire.
Here's Jokic. And they'll get another chance. And Jokic throws it down.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient, nothing extra special.
And it's good! He hits another one.
Another stunning accomplishment in his career. He's now tied for 4th most 60-point games in league history.
He's one of the most exciting offensive players the NBA has ever seen. I don't think you can make an argument against that. Hardaway against Curry. Porzingis passes to Curry. Good! Another from 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away, and he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he can put on. He's taken it to another level, though. Look at who's out there now for Denver. Johnson, he's checked in for Gordon. Strawler comes in for Watson. Brown's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Pickett in for Jamal Murray. And a deep 3 from Curry. And again for 3. Man, he's really launching them from outside the arc.
Man, so locked in, feeling confident in his three-point shot tonight.
A shot by Brown, no good. And here are the Warriors now. And got it! Another basket! 71 points and no end in sight.
He's in the zone. The defense looks helpless.
Inside. Here's Jokic. And the dunk by Jokic.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
And here's Curry. Yet another bucket.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time great individual performances in league history.
Honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. He's in the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and then Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
Takes a three, and again.
He has been simply unstoppable.
And he's now third all-time for points in a game. One for the ages.
He surpassed Wilt Chamberlain's less famous scoring mark from 1961, and Kobe Bryant now in his sights.
Jokic in the post. Chalk up. Two there. Jokic has got 8 here in this quarter.
When you get looks from there, you're doing a lot right.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out. And we return to the action as the single-game record for three-pointers is being rewritten.
Give this man his flowers. He is putting on a game for the ages.
Timeout called, the Warriors. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. Their next game playing at home as the Pacers come to town. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. In the backcourt, it'll be Murray and Brown. Cameron Johnson out there with Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Strother in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Murray. Shot is good.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
And good! There's another!
It continues his assault on the record books.
And that score moves him into second place for most points in a game.
And with 81 in the rear view, he has only Wilt's 100 mark left. This is the closest anybody has ever come.
Here's Brown. Warriors with the rebound.
I thought he had that one. I think he did, too.
And the basket by Curry.
He's getting it done offensively, making winning plays at every turn.
The Nuggets shooting it at 52%. Brown's shot is good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint. Well, his scoring has helped them build and sustain this lead. Now he's trying to close it out.
Murray from outside. Russell with the rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots. His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
To the middle. Here's Murray. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Murray's got 20 points.
At his most explosive, Murray is a wrecking ball. And the way he's going tonight...
Again! What an avalanche!
And he's nearing the single-game franchise scoring record.
Absolutely on fire. Already a night to remember and approaching some history. Count that bucket.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Curry. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They should continue to ride the hot hand.
Here's Murray. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Murray's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Murray plays with such a nice rhythm, especially on offense, and he's got a really good feel and understanding of when to shoot the pull-up.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable.
Big finish!
Okay, all right, I see you, Jamal. A little extra on that one. Murray with some flash on the flush.
Well, that's a fantastic...
The Western Conference Semifinals, Game 3. The Golden State Warriors, with a Game 3 opportunity to dig themselves out of a 2-0 hole. They will need to bring all they can muster against the Grizzlies. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs continue, coming right up.
Big Game 3 of the Western Conference semifinals getting going right now. Thanks for tuning in. 2K Sports presents the NBA. And tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies, State Warriors. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline. 5. They've got Jackson. He's out there with Connect. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Pajemski and Richard. And for Memphis, Julius Randle is out there with Bryant. Then it's Jared McCain. Then it's Brandon Clark. And it's Fox in at the 2. Here we go. And so off the tip, it's Memphis. Here's Bryant. Here's Clark. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, the defense was solid, but usually I expect him to make that layup.
Into the lane, and slam dunk by Clark.
He pulls off the Houdini to make that catch and slam it through.
Stupendous alley-oop. From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's McCain. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And one way to cancel that out, hit a 3 of your own. McCain understood the moment. That's great competitiveness.
Driving the lane. Connect with a wide-open look. And another 3 for Golden State.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
And regardless, it's great effort. You love to see that kind of hustle on defense.
And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Here's Pajemski. And good that time.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see it. That's your point guard getting up.
Fox just brimming with confidence right now. I like how he uses that mid-range game, and he knows right now he's got that green light.
Nice shot by Porzingis. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum. The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball. How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
And Randle has got the ball here for Memphis. And if you've been watching since round 1, this group is off to a blistering start here in the postseason. And have not only swept the first round, but have 2 in the books here in the second round. 6 consecutive wins. Wow.
And that was an impressive sweep in the first round. And if they can get a win tonight and move to 3-0, a second sweep looking more and more probable. Even if they don't sweep, though, I don't see them being challenged in this series. It's not going to go past 5.
On the inbound, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, textbook positioning there for Porzingis. Once he's established it, he's going to have the advantage and able to finish that one above the rim. That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. I'd like to thank AT&T for bringing us that spectacular look from their connected cam. Clark for three. Warriors with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
But Jemski's shot is good.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Well, if you love high-scoring games, you came to the right place.
And that one's good by Clark.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up the block.
And the Warriors with some changes. Santos is checked in. And it's McNeely in for Brandon Pajemski. Outside Jackson. Over Randall. Jackson misses.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Warriors trail by 3. Shoots the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
Well, that's a tough matchup because he's skilled and relentless.
The Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Clark for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Clark's got 13 points.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
And it's blocked. And so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's McNeely. Lays it up off the glass.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Three-pointer. No good from Clark. Golden State's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the... A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
Jacks up a 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close the quarter.
And with the clock almost at 0, great awareness on his part.
What a performance for Brandon Clark. And we return again with more playoff action from the Western Conference semifinals. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Memphis.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Another highlight for them has been their early ball movement, making quick, decisive passes to set up guys for great looks.
We've got Brandon Clark. Carr is out there with Lou George. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And the shot is good.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Shireman, good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And that one's good by Clark.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Shireman. Count that one.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Ryan is checked in for the Grizzlies. Here are this postseason's dead-eye shooters. These guys have knocked down a ton of shots from downtown. Jared McCain on top. De'Aaron Fox is second.
And the bright lights of these playoffs have done wonders for each of their three-point shooting. That's what they were both hoping for. And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
And there's the call on Lou George. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly struggling here with the foul. Still early. And just one more will put him over the limit.
Pass to Diabate. Richard, defended by Dort. Here's Diabate. Oh, and there's the one-handed jam.
Oh,
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Clark for three. And Santos pulls it down. The Warriors leading. How about this run, Craig, they're on right now? Wow.
I mean, they're just getting to their spots and executing, really keeping things simple.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Well, he better focus now. His efficiency is dropping, but there is enough game left to make corrections.
He's the long-range jumper. And now a 7-point Warrior lead.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possession.
It's really a team effort out there right now, which is great to see. No one wants to be the weak link.
Hands it from downtown.
And even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they left him open for another one. No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And again, it's Memphis with the three.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Yeah, that's how you create that spacing, and that will open up a lot of options offensively.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jared McCain's checked in for Dort, and De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Carr. Porzingis finds Jackson. It's rebounded by Memphis. Clark for three. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And wasn't sure he could keep up the pace he set from three-point range in that first, but boy, has he ever.
Here's Podziemski. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I like how they've worked the ball inside, getting looks closer in there, and that really helps your offense.
And another thing that has really opened up the rest of the floor